morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is time for coffee, sim news, and just talking about sim racing and what's going on in our world of sim racing. How you all doing? I'm super pumped. I'm super happy. And I will say that there's some exciting things today, why I'm particularly happy. So, now he was never completely away, never completely gone, but officially back in action, Amir Assad. So I want to welcome back Amir Assad, and anybody who, a lot of you recognize the difference of when Amir is here and when Amir is not. He's very active in our Discord channel. He is sort of the guy keeping everything together when it comes to all the league stuff. He's a big contributor to the show. He helps me out immensely when it comes to planning and our attack and everything. And so welcome back, Amir. He was away for 6 months, deployed into the Middle East, and he is now what he refers to as home, which is Germany, back with his loved ones and back in a zone that he loves being, which means he also gets to build his rig and get back to really being part of sim racing again. So we had a great meeting, Amir and I did, about production, and it was just like, oh, how cool. The gang's all here. I'm super happy about that. So that's great. With that, what else is going on? So we don't have a lot of news, but we have a few things today to talk about that I think are really worth talking about. Some things in sim racing. A couple companies have made some moves or done some things. So we do have a few stories to talk about, and I want to go into that. And of course, I always want to get you guys as involved in this show as I possibly can. So if there's something on your mind in sim racing, I'll tell you what, the Pitstop is the forum for that. You know, maybe it's even tech support, because maybe I don't have the answer, but one of our viewers out there likely would. Or will. So, you know, whatever it is, if it's sim racing related, if it's part of what we do, then bring it up, because that's what the Pit Stop, when I talk about it being coffee, sim news, and talking sim racing, that talking sim racing is just hanging out with you guys and talking about what we care about. Anything. It could be anything and everything under the sun. So, I don't want to call myself a failure. I failed myself. So my schedule for a few months now, I don't know what I'd have to look it up to see my hit ratio. I think I'm at like 98% over like a 4, 5, 6 month period. I have been shooting for a Thursday release video every week. And TikTok Anonymous, it is now Friday, and I don't see a video. Now, truth be told, there is a video that is finished uploading. I think YouTube is currently processing it. But I haven't checked it yet. It is an interview with Tyler Wang of Sim Magic. And Sim Magic, to me, is one of the most impressive companies in the last 2 to 3 years. When you look at a company that went from an M10 direct drive stepper motor, similar to an AccuForce, to 3 different wheelbases, 2 different shifters, handbrake, 6, 7 different wheel rims, pedals, everything. And I ran some questions by Joa. He approved of my questions. And my interviews are a little less question and answer. So even though I did share the questions in advance with Tyler, you know me. I don't interview like an interviewer. I interview like I got to sit down at lunch with an industry person. Joa, I am sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. I hate to think that people wouldn't get their proper fuel due to waiting on a show. So I am sorry. Man, I wish I could make the chat bigger. The YouTube chat is super stupid. I could do the pop out, I guess, but I'm trying to not do that. Anyway, I have to use, like, I don't have my glasses. I need glasses for that. I don't wear glasses, but for that I would. So, no, you know, Tom Jones, that, you know, Tom, you know, sometimes we need more people in the production. I have to think about things like that. Could have been an iconic moment, like, hey, how exactly do you pronounce Sim Magic?
Fanatic.
Not Fanatec?
Well, actually, I don't care. You can
call it Fanatec. It was originally Fanatic, so
it's technology for fanatics.
Yeah, exactly. We could have had another one of those moments. Anyway, I have not watched the video, and it took 9.5 hours to burn or render, which is why we didn't make the deadline. So while I do feel like I made my deadline on a reasonable length show, there was enough time to render, post the video before midnight. Oh no, not in this case. It was a sleeper. It was an overnighter. And so anyway, it will be coming out today. I do need to proof it and just watch it to make sure there's no errors, because you never know what goes on a tough edit. It is long. My interviews are long. It was 1 hour and 15 minutes talking about everything across the spectrum of sim magic and sim racing across the board. So that will be coming out. Now, okay, so I missed my deadline. That's okay. We've done pretty well, Moving forward, big things, you guys. So tomorrow is the patron race. We've been off on the patron races. I do apologize for that. I think now we're into that time of year where it should start getting really fun. So tomorrow we will be running the Pro 2 trucks at Wild West Motorsport, 2 different races, and a custom winner photo that I'll print out and send to them. It's not just a, email, a color full-size picture that I will print and then send to them, if you get me. Magic just doesn't happen overnight. You're right. And until, a couple days ago, I was a one-man show. So now, with that, I think we've done really well. So tomorrow is the patron race. That would be Saturday, tomorrow at 9 a.m., patron race, for all of our patron supporters of the show. Now, a week from tomorrow at 9 a.m., are you ready for this? I can't even look at it. Oh my God. Okay, so next Saturday at 9 a.m., we are bringing back a version of our live commentary opinion show involving our thoughts, guests that will bring onto the show's thoughts, and your thoughts on very specific topics of sim racing. So the first, or the reunion, or this is the first because this is now me and Amir. It's going to be me and Amir, and occasionally we will bring on a guest. It'll be an industry professional. We're going to keep it basic because we want to really make sure that we're on point and focusing on what we want to talk about that day. But next Saturday at 9 a.m. will be the Sim Pit podcast on video. We'll be on YouTube. And the first edition is going to be, again, bringing back Amir, giving you guys a little bit of thoughts on the direction of the show and what we're doing, because we have some big plans on moving forward. So the first one is going to be real simple. It's going to be very Sim Pit related. And then, in a month or so later, we'll do another one, and it might be on a very specific topic like VR and sim racing. We'll bring somebody in who knows, or maybe esport. We'll bring somebody who knows a lot more than we do about the topic so that they can be the professional voice on that very topic. So I look forward to next week, and just another sign of the momentum and the real good direction shift that the Sim Pit is on right now, and we'll talk a little bit about that on the Sim Pit podcast next week as well. Joe. Oh, Amir gave me the picture, and I said, "Are you sure this is what we're going with?" But yes, it is. So there you have it. All right, let's get into anything else on any thoughts, any comments, thoughts. Right now, before I move on to the news, any thoughts on Sim Pit, missing my deadline, where we've been for the last few months directionally, and all of that? I mean, Pro 2 Lite Sim Pit events, Mike. Thank you. Yes, Pro 2 Lite, the free truck, and Wild West Motorsport Park, the free track. Yeah, thank you, Amir. You gave me a little more hair. That guy's still holding on, isn't he? I think at that point I was shaving my head already, by the way. So, how you all doing? Welcome to the show. Anybody who's joining us late, glad you're here. Glad you could make it for coffee, sim news, and sim racing conversation in general. So, all right, I better move on. Oh, Caitlin, do we have to bring back push-ups? My chest would tell you we do. Okay, all right. Let's move on to regular sim racing news. We have a few things to talk about. It won't be, I'm looking at my tabs across the top, and if you can see the Reddit and the league stuff at the this is usually the end of the show if you're savvy and a regular viewer. So you can see up here, Dan DiMaggio out of the bushes and into the audience. What up, Dan? How you doing, buddy? Terj, how you doing? Welcome, everybody joining us late. Notifications are still getting weird, but I think I got my machine to select the stream that I actually set up last week, and it didn't go to. Excuse me. Which is both good and bad. It's good because I actually hit a destination late, but I hit it. And it's bad because it didn't really allow me to set up to show and give my own notifications, Facebook, Instagram, that stuff. So I think next week we'll give it another shot of actually promoting the show in advance, in addition to the Sim Pit podcast, by the way. And that way people will be able to get to the link and hang out a bit in advance, just so they don't miss any of it. So we're working on those things. We are cleaning things up, making it better, streamlining the process, and again, having a really good direction. I think about the Sim Pit, and at times, any show, anybody who has a job, you know exactly what I'm talking about, whatever your job is. There are times where you feel like your ship is just kind of swerving and meandering and not really on, maybe sort of in the general direction of where you're trying to go, but just not really feeling like it, right? And right now, it's amazing how I feel like we've just kind of gotten like this, and it's like, and now we are just on a beeline of the path that we want to be on, and I think you're seeing it across the board. I hope. Maybe it's just me, but I'm a tough critic, so if I'm impressed, we're probably doing it all right. All right, moving on to Assetto Corsa. We know they've just done some massive things with releases, card packs, the works, right? This is a big deal update for Assetto Corsa Competizione. A hot fix is now out. Not a big surprise. We're going to expect this, especially with something is substantial as this latest build was. So version 1.9.2 of ACC is out now, bringing new liveries like this beautiful paint from Alpine Esport. Balance of performance, it's not power, it's performance, updates, entire model adjustments, including graining and more. The more. I thought I had clicked this, but here's the full write-up at Steam. BOP tuning for Monza and Laguna Seca specifically. Various tracks for 2023 cars in general. So if you're in a league running cars, this might affect where you're running it and cars. And so if you thought you had the hot shoe car, it might have been evened out just a little bit. Here, I need to just make this chat way bigger. It's a little delayed, but I can actually read it. I don't like the delay, but I do like that I can actually read it. Okay. Yeah, and this, again, I would expect this. I believe that's you, right, Mike? I would expect this, again, when you do a new big release, ooh, name your sex tape. If you do a new update that has an entire car pack and, massive changes to the physics, you're going to end up having to make a few fixes. And you see this on iRacing. You see this across the board. So it's actually really good to see because it is expected. No, Tom, I can read now. You wouldn't believe the microscopic version on the YouTube studio page. They really encourage you to use the pop-out chat, but I'm specifically not in this case. And it is microscopic. I can read every other word on my entire everything around me. My eyes are pretty decent still. If I am trying to read something tiny, I need a lot of light and I need to find the right distance for this reading on like prescription bottles, you know. But other than that, my eyes are pretty strong, knock on wood. All right. Ritza. So did you see their latest development update? Did you? It's now with a lot of exciting news about the next updates. Read all about it here. So, Automobilista 2, April 2023 development update. So this is the future. This is what's coming from Automobilista. They're talking about a Stock Car Pro 2023 series. Nürburgring Historic 1971, a Triumph of Passion. We've already seen that. I guess it's not all future. Circuit de Barcelona, one of my personal favorite racetracks, is coming to Automobilista as well. Formula USA. Now, I love that title, by the way. Formula USA. Is there any doubt what series or what car they are making? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, iRacing. Just because you don't have the license, in my mind, you know, I'm over the license thing. If they're going to make license battles a big issue in sim racing in the future, then I, for one, am just going to say, you know what? I don't need the real branding. And if you make an Indy Formula USA, I know damn well what car you're making, with or without the proper naming. So, there you go. I'm all for it. That'll be cool. Indy cars, Sigma P1, real deal LMP car, Formula Junior, vintage low power racing. You know, if I'm going to run some crappy old cars, you might as well make it vintage, right? Physics development update. So yeah, a big update to Automobilista 2 is in the works and underway. And if you want to read more about it, you can find this link here via their Twitter page. Actually, here, you know what? Why don't I just make it easy? And I can only do it. I don't have Twitter on this. I can fire up Twitter right here real quick. And we can give you guys the link as well. Chat. Did that do it? Did everyone get the link? Oh, wait, we didn't hit enter here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, any other thoughts? American cheese. F you licensing, F you to hell. I agree, David Payne. I'm running on that. That'll be my campaign speech is F you licensing, F you to hell. Across the board. All right, Race Room. They're kind of getting on the whole dev update plan. So what we have here is an announcement a couple hours ago from Race Room. We're pleased to announce the 2023 release plan. Every 6 weeks, you'll get new content with alternate themed packs and releases of individual content. So quarter 1, BMW, quarter 2, 3 new Porsches, quarter 3, Circuit de Pauville. Anybody know that one? How did I do with that? Anybody know, speak of French? Circuit de Pauville. Did I say that even close to properly? And a touring car pack. They have a write-up on this as well. Yeah, S. Cole for president. No, I don't want the job. No way. No how. I am way too lazy. That is a tough job, and they have to work hard on stuff I don't want to work on. I don't mind working hard on sim stuff. Anyway, here's a little content roadmap showing their release schedule Name your sex tape. I got to stop doing that. All right, someone call the cops. Sean's out of control. Someone call the cops. Sean's out of control. We got to do push-ups next time we reference that. All right, there are the Porsches. And there are the tracks. There's our Circuit de Pauville in South France. That looks fun. All right. Anyone know this track? Joe, thank you. All right, so EA Sports is really starting to play up the latest version, F123. Introducing the F123 Champions Edition cover with the EA Sports Ambassador Max 33 Verstappen. It's Historic Monaco. I was thinking that too. Is it Historic Monaco? It could be. It could be. Here's shots of Max. Very excited. Max tweeting. He's very excited and proud to be the single cover athlete for the F123 Champions Edition. I love the way that you put that wording in there, by the way. The single cover athlete. Interesting. No go there. No knee go there. No ego there. That didn't sound good for a minute. All right. Let's see. They're showing off Monaco. This would be current, not historic Monaco. And revealing the regular cover today. Max Cole. We need a lot more of Max Cole in so many different ways. 24 hours till the reveal trailer. Here are some characters. Las Vegas. Lusail? Oh, it's like Monaco, doesn't it? It says Monaco right there. Red flags. Okay, these don't correspond with the photos. Dan, that should be a quote right there. I wish I could get into F1. I've tried, but it just never pulls me in. I want the storyline to be better. I want the somehow arcadey/sim drive experience to be a little more engaging and the game to suck me in to get beyond the second or third race. I couldn't agree with you more. And I've tried. How many? Do we need to look up Sean's Steam account to see how many times I've tried? I tried so hard. I got that wrong. I tried so hard. How does that go? Damn it. Shut up, Sean. All right, here we go. F1 2010. F1 2011. 2012 review. 2013. We missed 2014. 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And we did not do last year's 22. So I have tried. What do you do? Oh, so they have the women's series in it, I see, huh? I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? That's what that is, right? Yeah, graphics, controller support. There are so many extra little issues, unfortunately, aren't there? Just to be fair. Story and driving is so bland. Yep. All right, let's see. Then what else do we have here? Here's some early F1 23 screenshots ahead of this week. I'll tell you what. How many places can you drive this track? That alone might be worth the cost of entry for some. Grid Legends. I remember the first time I played Grid, and it was The first time I played Grid, I feel like, and tell me I'm wrong on the calendar timeline, but I feel like the first time I played Grid was like when Sims were really, really starting to become Sims. I mean, some would argue that Sims were Sims since GPL, since, the early days, granted. But I feel like right about when Grid came out was when Sims started getting super hardcore and awesome. And Grid came out right when we needed it, because it is a historic game, but it came out right when we kind of needed a game like that as a diversion, because it had become so rigid in the sim racing world at that point in time, is how I feel. I remember really massively loving that game when I first played it, and for quite some time it had some shelf life for me as well. So there are some shots at Miami. And here is the announcement, 2 days ago. F1, be the last to break. F1 23 arrives June 16th, 2023. And then the new, tried, and very friggin' boring to me concept of pre-order the Champions Edition for 3 days early access. Ooh. Oh, I just can't get it. I gotta pay you extra to get the Max Verstappen cover, the extra insert things that go along with it, and to get 3 days early access. Oh, forgive me, but I'm bored with your enticements. I'm sorry, but yeah. Anyway, I probably... Chris Bassett, blast from the past. Look at that. We have a few people in here. Hinchy's here. I probably need to get this one. I'll reach out to Codemaster, see if we can get a copy. It's probably, we missed last year's. This one does have Miami. It's got the women's series, which I think is awesome, by the way. I truly, just to be honest, I think if you're going to have a sub-series in a game right now, that it's really cool to have the women's series in there. So, and for those who don't like it or question it, it's like, hey, it's really, you don't have to. You can just run F1. Yeah, but I think that's really cool, and it's cool to honor, those drivers. They're having an impact. I'd like to see them being drafted into better positions, and I'm sure that's to come, and I'm sure it's happening on a scale, but I'd like to see that really advancing more, and it will in time. Trust me. And here's my prediction. You guys are gonna hate this. I actually think that we will get to a point someday. I think women might be potentially better race car drivers than men. I hate to say it, you guys. I do. I know you're gonna kill me for even thinking such things, but I actually think at that moment of extreme intensity for women who've been driving, this is, that they will maybe have better judgment and less ego and less just, I have to do it. Yeah, I think women might be better equipped for the rigors of racing. I honestly do. Yeah, look at drag racing. Women are, that's not just sponsorship. Women are kicking ass in drag racing. And so, motorsport is really, a rarity in that it is truly equally balanced. There is no advantage, male or female, inherently built into the sport. And yeah, I just think that women might be a little bit better at making judgment calls at intense moments. And I think that they might handle some of the stresses better than the men do, because men tend to be hot-headed and lose their shit, myself included, and make irrational decisions based on ego. So, yeah. Don't in my lifetime, I think we'll see, a woman champion at a highest level of racing. Maybe not Formula One in my lifetime, because of they'll be the holdout, I'm sure. But yeah. In karting, look at karting right now. Women are really, women are doing very well, and it's awesome to see. So getting back to EA, I will give them kudos for making that the most sensible, logical, and best version of themselves in having the women's sub-series as the sub-series, the feeder series, instead of, I don't even know if they have F3 or F2 or any of the other lower tiers. I don't know. I haven't really investigated that hard. James Dowling, the whole time I'm sitting there thinking men are full of ego and they're hot-headed and they make irrational decisions. I was thinking about you and me. We do really well racing against each other. But I was like, oh my God, James and I take it a little too far sometimes, don't we? All right. Last week, I think we ruffled some feathers when we talk about Olympic esport series. So I need a swig of coffee. I want to read some of your comments, and I'm going to let that soak for just a moment. All right, so it could have been his wife who told him. I don't know, Joa. No, wow, I can't believe I'm getting involved in that. I should stop. Sean, you let them do it. You don't have to get involved. You let them do it. All right. Yeah, Sabine Schmidt, sorry. R.I.P. Hubson, great comment. Yeah, the king, the queen, of Nordschleife. It's you, Joe, Amira. It's you, damn it. F1 teams had test drivers before. It might not be that long. I agree. It might not be that long, and you never know what happens. Sometimes these things happen, and look at Formula 1's a little volatile right now, it seems, with contracts. So at some point in Formula 1's future, will we see somebody just walk out on a contract because they're just so disgruntled that they don't care about the consequences of that action? You could have a driver injury, illness, something like that. You could have driver disputes or conflict, and you could see a test driver be thrown into the deep end very, out of nowhere in Formula 1. And it seems like right now we're really at one of those points because of the volatility there. I don't follow it super close, but even from afar, it seems that that's where we're at with Formula 1. Secret One, Andre Ray, welcome to the live show. I'm really glad you made it for this one. Just to give you a heads up, we are here every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time doing the pit stop. We are here to drink some coffee, talk about sim news, and just talk about sim racing in general. That's what we do every Friday morning, and we have a blast doing it, and I'm glad you could make it for this one. And anyone else who's a first-time viewer, thank you for making it. In addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and promo a couple of times today, but not tomorrow. Next Saturday morning at 9 a.m. will be the Sim Pit podcast, where we're going to start on Saturday mornings occasionally, maybe once a month. No schedule yet. We're working on that part. But we'll be doing a topical show live on YouTube with audience input, as well as usually trying to bring on a guest or somebody to talk about what's going on. So, all right. What else is going on should be the next question of my day here. We're on to the Olympics. So the Olympics, as we know, hey, Henderson Wright, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Gran Turismo has been honored because I like this still. I'll accept your guys' criticisms. I'll accept the arguments, but at the same time, I accept the honor, or I love the honor first. Gran Turismo is being one of the categories in what will be the next Olympics. The Olympic esports series, including Gran Turismo 7. But isn't that what it takes to be an Olympic level athlete? Don't you just have to, live in your mom's basement unshaven to be able to afford it? Anyway, so here is a shot of Valerio Gallo, who I believe is on the leaderboard. We're going to look at the leaderboard here in a minute. Showing you his drive around Deep Forest Raceway. It's only a minute and 15 seconds around this track, by the way.
We are about to first turn one. We break here.
So here's one of the best showing you how. There you go. We got a leaderboard here. Here's where things stand after the first weekend. And you see some names on there from different regions. But Netherlands leading the way. R8G Cash Racer is leading the way. That's the beauty. They don't know who they're bringing to the Olympics there, do they? Oh, okay, wait. We're going to come back to this. Hold on. We have more. Whoa, don't look. Don't peek. Here's Igor Fraga. No, that was Super GT. Sorry. Here we go. Get involved. Wait. There's Emery. She's leading the way for the women's sim racers. Are they going to have a women's category? Are they going to have a women's category for separate from men's? I don't think they honestly should. Should they? I'm not sure about that. Anyway, there's the leaderboard updated. Right there. Gallo, he is number 1 from Italy. That's who is showing you how to get around the track. And esports are special. We're special. All right, so currently is the best time. So now it's getting down to it. So they're showing, ooh, the payout. Look at the reward payout. 4 million credits. If you can get within 1.5% of that time. Awesomeness. All right, there you go. So, Olympics. Somebody is going to win an Olympic gold medal. And somebody asked last week. I should have looked it up. I didn't. Do they get the payout? Because America pays gold medal athletes a payout. Like, you know, a bounty. Not a bounty. Yeah, it's almost a bounty. But yeah, there's a payout for gold medals by most countries. So that's 4 mil isn't even one car for you in GT7. In terms of what you need. All right, so Sim Magic. As I said, today I have an interview with Tyler Wang of Sim Magic coming out. And one of the things that we do talk about are these pedals. And I can tell you that I don't care what pictures you've seen, because there are some teasers that are out there. He tells us a couple things about these pedals that we do not know. So it is worth watching the interview. It is long, I'll warn you. But what we have here is their P1000 pedals. And here's the teaser that they had put out. I thought I saw... Ooh. It was stricken down. Oh, no. There's another picture. So look at this. The puzzle. What can you guys figure out from this? We know they're making new pedals. And... First person... Okay, so last piece of the puzzle. I didn't see the other previous pieces. Did you guys? First to DM us with Instagram on all 6 photos gets a small prize. Inverted, Tom Jones. Yep, Amir, inverted. Hey, if you'll trade the money, maybe they'll take that as payment. I don't know, Caitlin. Go win. All right, so yeah, Sim Magic. Check out the interview, and you'll find out more than just about this. We talk about some of the engineering and background, and I don't want to give too much away. But one of the things that does make Sim Magic really cool and unique is that Barry Lee, the founder of Sim Magic, his entire background is in electronic engineering, including motors. So another one of those companies that had previous knowledge of motors and then combined that with a accidental hobby, sim racing, and combining the two to be able to make stuff. Really interesting in this interview. We also found out how they went from, so here's Barry Lee, the founder with this great engineering skill in motors, and creates the company. And then, but how does it go from that, from just wheelbases? Sure, make a wheelbase, but how does that go into making some really nice state-of-the-art equipment to accompany that wheelbase? We talk all about that process with Tyler in the interview. So, very cool. Very cool coming up. Joa. So Joa, you found they pulled that picture down, didn't they? That was there this morning when I woke up. I don't want to show it because, should I show it? It was on their Twitter page and it's out there because Joa had it. It was given to me as an asset for my interview, and then they pulled it because they didn't realize it was being used as this puzzle. And the weird thing, and here's the other thing. I don't see the other. So 1, 2. And then we're really old posts, right? So what do they mean the 6th? Because I'm only seeing 1, 2. Are the other on Instagram and other social media? Is that what's going on? I saw this picture on their Twitter page, and Joa pulled it obviously from the same spot. So sorry if I'm in the bad. It was out there, and I'm not going to act like someone else isn't posting it elsewhere already. So, all right, look at those. These are the P1000. Now I know. Now do the math. P2000, P3000. P2000, P1000, right? Okay, I'm not saying much. I'm just saying some things. Anyway. Yep. Now, but now we're not looking at active pedals. I know right now everybody in the world is on the active pedal train. But we talk about some of that stuff in our interview. So again, the interview is very insightful on the P1000 and things that are not out there and not visible in these pictures. So I can tell you that much. It's worth watching. It'll come out soon. I just need to double check it real quick and make sure I'm happy with it and set it. All right. Where are we at? We are here. GSI. So this blew my mind, you guys. This wheel, I have a GSI right here. It's almost that exact wheel. And I would never, and it is stout. This thing is beefy and strong, right? I would never, ever imagine doing this. What the hell? Dude, you gotta be kidding me. So anyway, that is pretty impressive. I do like that quite a bit. That is quite a testimonial. I can watch this all day long. Do it? Should I do it right now? Is it time? No way. I could do that. I don't believe it. I do believe it, but I'm not doing that. Was that TK doing it? I don't think it was. Do we know who that is? Anybody know GSI guys well enough? Is that Gomez? That's not Gomez. Do it for science. What do you think, Terry? What do you think? That is Jose. All right. Should I do it, Terry? Should we see? Should we see if this model does it? All right. This made my day, though. Again, I'll watch this again. I would never. I would never do such a thing. Ever. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to talk to you that way. I'm sorry. Never. All right, but mine doesn't light up all fancy. I'm not complaining. That wasn't a complaint. All right, I think that's all we had from there. I just thought that was radical. That was radical. All right. Rick Motec. So they don't have any new posts. The reason I'm at Rick Motec is anybody going to Miami Grand Prix? Anybody down there in Florida who does Grand Prix? Anyway, I know Rick Motec will be there. They have a booth. I saw some pictures on somewhere. They're not here. Where did I see them? They might have been on Facebook. I don't have them here, but they were setting up their really cool looking booth. Well, that is true, Joa, but no, I keep my coffee cup away from this beautiful wheel. I'm even careful about getting coffee on my hand when I'm going to touch my wheel. So, I'll tell you something else about the show, you guys. You guys have heard me complain, or no, it's not so much complain. Well, it probably is complain now that I think about it. About not being prepared for a race or changing my equipment minutes before a race. And I think I'm one of the most adaptable drivers in the world when it comes to just give me different gear and I will perform. Give me half an hour and I'll be up to speed as good, So, but then you have heard me complain. Okay, so I do say it out loud then. I am about to change things up, and I'm about to build a 2-rig setup here in the studio. And yes, it's going to cram my space a little bit, but I don't care. I am about to build my personal rig, and I am going to stop messing around when it comes to my racing efforts. And that setup is going to be sacred, and it is probably going to lead to me being a little more consistent. I would like to think. So I'm excited about that. I don't know why I'm telling you guys. That's because I'll tell you why. Because that is the point of the pit stop, you guys. We're here for coffee, sim news, and general sim racing BS, right? Yeah, well, it's going to be, it'll be a fixed rig that we'll be adding on to. Yes, pinch and roll. I am looking to go motion on it. Yeah, we'll have one rig that will be Sean's racing rig. It will be my triple screens. It'll be my favorite equipment. And I'll throw all the bells and whistles into it. The shopping cart rig is on my patio. So, and then the second rig will be referred to as the Mule, and it will be a very bare rig that will be set up on my curved double wide, and I'll also have VR on that rig. So, fixed rig, no more babies. So yeah, that is what is in the works right now. And if anybody wants a shopping cart rig, I would be more than happy to give it away. You'll probably need a truck to get it out of here. Can't do shipping, local pickup only. But if somebody would like an amazing shopping cart rig, so much better than I thought it was going to be, it's all yours. The DK2 system by Sigma Integral. Okay, I will have to look at that for sure. What was I going to tell you guys? Oh, I was going to mention another thing about the interview. Shit. Can't remember what it was. Well, if you watch the interview, it's in there. There was something else I was going to tell you that was kind of cool. That was for swearing again. All right. What else? Fordzilla, that event. Oh my god, that event last week. Mustang Madness. That was interesting. Here, I'll just play this for a minute.
Proving quite late to move to 7th, and then Aaron Smith in 8th place, Hafizarson in 9th, and then Decker will round out the top 10. Vigilioni, we checked in a few times in that session.
Deathmobile 2.0 got deconstructed when I moved to Santa Cruz. Pinch and roll. I might be down in Pomona area in a couple months. I'm going to Irwindale for Formula Drift Finals. And Pomona's not that far away, so maybe I can make arrangements to go see them even. Who knows? The shopping cart rig on a traction loss platform. That would be hysterical. So this March Madness, the Mustang Madness presented by Next Level Racing and Team Fordzilla. A lot of you guys ran with us in this, and I found the first race was really fun, and the second race was, quite honestly, a horror show. So, anyway, that went on, and I don't recall who won. I think one of the big hitters did somehow climb through the field and win. So, here.
That is sometimes how it goes. That is racing, especially in this style of racing. You just try to
Blake Reynolds wins the race. Aaron Smith finishing second. Steven Wilson finishing third. I actually cut 2 corners from the finish line on race 1, and it scored me terribly. It screwed me, actually. It'll probably be an R seat. So, in full disclosure, I'm talking to R seat right now about getting a new rig here for the studio, and they even have a motion platform as well. So that might be one of the candidates. I'm not opposed to the Mule being on a motion platform of its own once we're going to 2 rigs. So, anyway, that was fun. It was cool. It could have been better. But I do want to thank Next Level Racing for putting it on. But the other reason I meant Next Level Racing today is, so yesterday was May 4th. And happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. I'm from California. That's kind of a big deal here in California. But May the 4th be with you. You know the play. Of all the sim racing companies, and a few of them acknowledged that yesterday was May the 4th, and it was Next Level that I think played and did the best at least marketing and promoting on May the 4th. So here they are, Next Level Racing. May the 4th be with you. Elevate your space simulation experience with the Next Level Racing Flight Simulator. And they show them playing some very Star Wars-y games right there. So very cool. But that wasn't it. But wait, there's more. Because now they're announcing, this would be great on April Fool's Day too. Imagine this, the future of simulation. Experience the future of simulation with the Next Level Racing revolutionary flight products. Transport yourself to a new world of high-speed space travel, dogfights with enemy ships, and endless possibilities, all from the comfort of the Next Level Racing GT Pod. And then they have these as well. Renderings of the new Next Level Racing Pod. Anyway, I like that they put a little work into it and actually came up with something pretty decent. So, May the 4th be with you to all you sim racing geeks out there in the world. Yeah, I like it. That is a cool pod. That would be a cool sim pod on a motion platform. I could see that. If you built that and put it on a motion platform and sold it to places, it would work. Now that so yeah, all right, what else we're getting to the end, you guys. Nick Batista posted a shot of his rig. This is in the post your rig section of the SimPit Discord channel. We have so many threads and channels in our Discord server. But one of them is Post Your Rig. I'm actually here trying to get you guys in an invite. And so anybody interested in getting into the SimPit Discord, you just follow this link right here. And inside our SimPit Discord is where you will find things like posting. If you find a news topic that I need to cover on the show, We have a thread for that. If you want to show shots of your rig for everybody else to see, we got a shot for that. You want to join any of our amazing racing series. We have a rally racing series. We have a Assetto Corsa Competizione racing series. We have a road series, an oval series, on iRacing. Am I leaving anything out? If you want to find out more about it, that's all in our Discord channel as well. So, get on in if you're not, and be part of our intimate community there. Is intimate a scary word? Should I find a better word? Oh, here it is. It wasn't on their Twitter page, Joa. This is where I saw it. This is where I saw it. Whoops. Well, it's already out there. I didn't do it, so I'm just reporting the news, right? There they are again. All right, this hobby is too expensive, says Dexter3RRR. Oh, I see why. Yeah, whoops. Whoops. I caught the bug. Whoopsie daisy. I have been accused by so many of taking them from here, or being responsible and blamed for taking them from here to here. And I get emails about it, believe it or not. Very well said, David. That is true, but sometimes it's good. All right. So here, True Elite Geek. I'm assuming this is a dad by the context. Yeah, he's hooked. So is this father letting son drive? And the only problem here, True Elite Geek, is just to warn you, don't watch my show or you're going to be here. All right, here's a track racer with a Moza setup. Is that a Moza or a Fanatic? Fanatic, sorry. I should have seen the venting. And I should have seen the PlayStation or Xbox. PlayStation. That's the Gran Turismo wheel. I got to get my shit together. We'll get back to push-ups if we need to, people. All right, so the Fanatic base with the GT, the package, and running in PlayStation VR. That's how you can be in the corner like that. Pretty cool. They do love their ecosystem. They are all in across the board. That's a cool setup for PlayStation, though. Hey, maybe this guy's going to be in the Olympics. Maybe he'll be in the Olympics. This is Crowned Goat. He's calling himself the crowned greatest of all time. My thing isn't working proper. That didn't sound good. SimGrade VX Pros arrived today. Now get them on the rig. Those are kind of new to me. That's some heavy cam action on that clutch. Look at that's an interesting design right there. Interesting. Anyone seen these before? SimGrade VX Pros. That's a gold medalist room right there. All right. We already saw that. Oh, that was a new post that we'd missed. Rate your setup. Curved. All right. You're running Fanatic with McLaren. All right. If I had to rate your setup, you asked for it. New butt kicker mount. On a scale of 1 to 10, and a non-force feedback wheel on your lap, sitting at the couch, playing on your console, being a 1, and boosted media being a 10. Is that fair? Is that a good one? Did I get that right? I'm going to give you... Tom Jones, I think you're about right. I think I'll give you about a 6 out of 10. Which doesn't sound good, but when you look at that variation there, that's pretty good. Oh, a bonus for the cable management. I was gonna say Terry, but I think Terry's beat you guys. Terry's beat. Terry's not the ends all says all. Sorry, Terry. Sim Expo rigs, some of them. Cat watching. So the cat's like, dude, get out of my chair. Get out of my chair, dude. Stillion's rig. Get out of my chair. First rig, start with Euro Truck Simulator with just the steering wheel and pedals. This is lumpy upstairs. Nice. The difference that 50 years can make. Oh, very cool. Historic wheel versus modern wheel. And what do we got here? Didn't like the gear stick. So what'd you do? Total extension. Look at this extension. All right. Yeah, Terry, how do you feel about that? Are we okay? 2019. All right, here's another. Got the bug. I guess that's the theme of Reddit today. I got the bug. So, slowly taking username. 2019, that's what it looked like. Then it went to there. And then to there. And ta-da! An official rig. Da-da-da-da. Terry's done. It's all about how I perceive my rig. All right, everyone, right now, everybody, I want you to throw down a self-evaluation on your rig and how perfect on a scale of 1 to 10 is your rig. Don't be humble. Don't be shy. I want to see numbers. I'll type mine in. Come on. I want numbers, guys. Oh, Chris with a 3. Really? We need pictures of your 3 setup, Chris. Kenny with a 7. David 8. Tom Jones 6.5. Andre Ray 2. Terry Crouch sitting 9. Caitlin 6 maybe. Hinch with the 5 of 10. Joa, I love it. 10 because it's his. Pink slip in hand. Callum 8. Mo, hey Mo, how you doing? 6 out of 10. Alderman 2. James 8. Amir 2 because it's torn apart. Simpit, that's me. I'm giving mine a 7.9 right now, but I think we can get it to about a 9, 8.5 pretty soon here. Joe at 10 inches. If someone came into this room right now. No revolution. Need help figuring out what nuts and bolts you need. You need some T-slot bolts for the appropriate slot. You got. That's what you got. So I usually start on the 1 because I can't see your measurement. I believe you're going from tick 2 to tick 7, which means that's a 50 series, if I'm not mistaken. Is that how they measure that? I don't know. Anybody else? I don't know. I buy the ones that fit. Where'd you get the tubing? Did you find it in the garbage can? So mean. Hey, there we go. Small space sim setup. Here we go. A Deathmobile. There we go. Cool. I like the seat. Uh-oh. I knew we were at an hour because I got to pee. This morning, when I drink coffee in the morning, I have to pee over the course of the morning a lot. And then I'll pee all day. Is that TMI? That's probably TMI. Or everybody else is like, yep, that's the way it works when you're 50. Sim setup finished. We'll finish with this one here. Battlefront. Oh, Assetto Corsa. There we go. All right, let's talk about some sim pit racing, and then we're going to move on with our day, you guys. So, starting off with the Sim Pit Oval Series, those guys have been having a great season so far. Their last race was at Bristol. Joe Hildinger winning the race. David Clymer coming in second. Donald Warren finishing in third. Sorry I missed it, you guys. This has been a very, very tough week. I've had a lot of appointments. I've had a big show that I was editing, and it really kind of made it hard for me to get ahead of the game on racing things. So I'll try next week to be out there with you guys in the Oval. Those are on Monday nights. For anybody who's watching or wondering about an Oval League, Monday nights, the Sim Pit Oval Series running the Gen 4 car. And again, congratulations, Joe, David, and Donald on top finishers. And that was the third race of the season. The fourth race next week, Monday, will be Legacy Texas Motor Speedway will be our next event. 110 laps there. After 3 races, it looks like Joe Hildinger is leading the way with a 5-point margin over David Clymer, and just a little ways back is Jeff Willis. So in our championship battle for the season. So there you go. And again, I'm going to do my best to be out there next Monday. In the Sim Pit Road Racing Series, I had a really fun race. That's been the theme of my season, I think, this season is maybe not the best placing results, but really fun races and really enjoying my season in the SR8 Radical. So in our last race, we were at Okayama. Amazing combination. You know, some tracks are great, and some cars are great, and some combinations are spectacular. The Radical SR8 at Okayama, just load up the default Okayama setup, and I swear you will have a blast driving that car. If you don't know the combination, if you're just looking for fun, I would do it. I would get out there and try that for sure. So anyway, our finishers in the pro class, leading the way was Terry Crouch winning the race, Reinhard Heibel coming in second, and Oldest Pudiklis had a great day, finishing in third place. Really on the move, Oldest was. And in our amateur class, I want to congratulate Daniel Klar, Christopher Schultes, and Ola Sarnquist on their top placing in the amateur class. And after 5 rounds, I can't believe we've already finished 5 rounds of our season. That blows my mind. Terry Crouch is starting to run away with it a little bit. 169 points. Randall White in second with 146. And Pete Snake is in third. And in our amateur division, it's Christopher Schultes with 154 points. 5-point lead over Ola Sarnquist. So they're really duking it out a little over halfway through the season. And Callum McLeod in third place with 134 points. Also want to mention our next race will be Sunday at Suzuka. And I'll be streaming that race live on Twitch, on the Twitch channel. And you'll be able to watch the race broadcast on Pitstop TV. I don't have my graphic on this. I should add that graphic to this show. Normally I do. Also, so that covers that. We will be having an upcoming rally season starting up. You will want to get into our Discord. I gave you guys the link to that and get in that. In addition, we do have our Assetto Corsa Competizione new season with the new released content. The Sim Pit GT European Series starting up Friday the 19th. And our GT America Series also on the 19th, just a different time slot and a slightly different list of tracks. So depending on what racing time zone works better for you is the one that you're going to want to get in on. And I believe that takes us to the end of the show. You guys, any questions? Anything you guys want to bring up? Anything that you need to ask me? Other than that, I will remind you, next Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have the Sim Pit podcast being reborn with Amir Assad and Sean Cole, giving you an update on everything that's going on in the Sim Pit. Will be our first show, welcoming Amir back, giving you our plans, our intentions, our thoughts, talk about the direction, take advice from you guys, any last-minute pointers before we really put this thing into overdrive. And then the next edition will get more on track with usually single topic, things that we want to get into great detail, you know, maybe the topic of rain, but we'll bring someone in with some relevant thoughts perhaps to talk about what it does graphically, perhaps, or what it takes to make it right. So we'll make sure that we always do something more than just talk about it. We're gonna bring you some added insight and really make it a great fun show that you can look forward to periodically. Anyway, you guys, great Friday, great show. Thank you for being part of the SimPit community. Thank you for being here on Fridays to just bullshit about sim racing. I mean, I love sim racing. You guys love sim racing. That's why we're here. We always have cool things going on that we need to know about, and we always have things that we need to kind of talk about, like the Olympics. Is that right? Is it lame? Is it stupid? Is it silly? Is it about the hype? Is it about the money? Is it fair? But that's the whole point in doing this show. So get out there, do some racing, have yourselves a great, great weekend, and that's going to do it for this one. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.